Hey, what's up guys? Red Nova Dragon here, and today I'm here to give you a deck profile on my Evilswarms that I brought to locals yesterday. So, at my locals I went X1 and got top 8, and I played Evilswarm. I lost to Prophecy, which is kind of sad since my deck was geared towards beating Prophecy and E-Dragons, but I made a misplay game 3. But I did play the guy three games before, so I beat him all 3 games. So I went 4-2 against that guy. So it's okay. But yeah, I was quite content of what I played. I'll go through some card choices as I go along. All right. So first we have the 2 rescue rabbits, because I love these guys. 3 Evilswarm Heliotropes for their rabbit targets. I don't play the. Some people play 2 sets of vanillas like Sabersaurus. I don't like that. So yeah, and it's not inconsistent at all because I usually open with 1 rabbit and 1 of these guys. There are rare times where I open 2 of him and 1 rabbit, so it's okay. I can recycle it with Diaghost Emerald too, so it's not normally dead. The 3 casters, the first turn Ophion, basically. Oh yeah, ruling with him, you can't Veiler him. Well, you can Veiler him, but his condition's already met. 3 Evilswarm Curriculon, great card late game, not so great early. Only 2 Mandragora. There are people that play 3. I feel 2's enough because you really don't need them in late game. I'd rather just swap it out for another Evilswarm if I have the the infection. 3 Thunderbirds, great for the grind game. Nothing much else I can say. And then 3 Max C mainly for Mermaid and Dragon Rulers, but I didn't play either one of those decks yesterday, which made me kind of sad. So that's my monster lineup. It's 19 monsters. Onto my spells, I played the 1-ofs, Reinforcement to search out the caster and Monster Reborn. I only played 2 Pandemic. Now the reason why is lots of people like playing 3. I think 2's good enough game 1 because the thing is, you don't want to draw this card. Period. You don't want to draw it. The only way you want it to get is by searching with Ophion. So by putting it down to 2, it decreases the chances of drawing it. It is a great card, but it's only good at 2. I side a 3rd for the Rogue. And then 1 Forbidden Dress and 1 Chalice. I want this to be a dress, but I don't have a second dress. But a Chalice works out perfectly fine too. But once again, I didn't play Dragon, so I didn't get the most out of Chalice. It did help me in one situation, though. Just helped me win a couple of my matches. Okay, that's 6 spells. Onto the traps. The best trap lineup, triple compulsory, and then 3 Fiendish Chain. This is probably the best trap lineup you can have this format because they can be played at any time, any way you want. You compulse on the offense or defense, and chain you can just use it to stop their attacks or effects. So both these work out very well. There were lots of times where I compulsed a monster and attacked for game. So There's that. 3 Eradicators. I think this card was solely for Prophecy. If you eradicate your Prophecy deck, you pretty much win the game. As I experienced, all 4 games I won, I eradicated. So yeah, and because I'm not playing MST in the main deck, so I need to play 3. It can be a dead card, as I witnessed in the Prophecy match one time, but it's better to have 3 than not to have any. You can play it at 2, I just feel that 3 is okay. Next, we have 2 Torrential. This is one of the next fastest cards of the format. Just resets everything. Yeah, not really much else I can say. We got the Solemn Duo. Kind of want this to be an Ultra Warning, but it's okay. Yeah, these 2 cards just help protect. Then we got the one of Infestation Affection. You don't need to play more than 1 because you can search it out. And there's been a couple times where this has been a dead card anyways, so it's not the best. I think I only experienced that once though yesterday. And finally, 2 Exceed Reborns. Now this is because if I'm playing against E-Dragons or whatnot, or any deck with a high level, with high levels, I'll summon Ophion and sit on it, and if they somehow get past it, because the E-Dragons have outs, like Breakthrough Skill, Blaster, I'll have this set, and then whenever they're going to make a play, like with one of the baby dragons, I'll just chain Exceed Reborn to summon Ophion, and then they lose 2 cards. So, Exceed Reborn can be used well defensively and offensively. So that's the main deck. That's 41 in total. I like 41 right now. Seems good. Onto the extra deck. The obvious 3 Evilswarm Ophion, Eradicator target, and probably the MVP of this deck, hands down. The 1 Bahamut, I did use this once to take Tiger King, so that was pretty cool. Gem Knight Pearl, great for the mirror matchup and for getting over Big Eye or Dragossack with no tokens. King of the Feral Imps, I don't play any reptiles in the main deck, but I do side 1 in the side deck. 1 Abyss Dweller for Mermaids, except I didn't play them. 1 number 39 Utopia. I didn't make him either, but it's good to have just in case. Digesto Emerald, I brought this guy out quite a bit. He just has 2 great effects, and I utilized both of them in the tournament. Lavavel Chain, I only used it once, but you're only using the put a monster on the top of the deck, and you either put Karikion or Rescue Rabbit on the top. Nothing else. Number 50 Black Ship Accord. Again, I didn't summon this guy, but he is there for those Gachis, Maidens, Maestroke, stall cards. Maestroke for really anything in general, just for some defense. I brought him out maybe once or twice, and yeah, he helped. Gaga Cowboy, I won a match with this, and I won 1 game with this, but yeah, he wins games. one Diamond Direwolf. I only brought him out once, but he helped me win the game, so yeah. And then the one, number 16, Shockmaster. Um, I should have summoned this guy against the Prophecy player, but he said a card I knew he was playing Snowman, so I made a misplay and attacked it while not making the Shockmaster because I wanted to see what he had. And I just never made one, so yeah. So that's the extra deck. Now for the side deck. Kind of weird, but it worked out well. Okay, 3 Mystical Space Typhoon. This was for Fire Fist, for Rogue and whatnot. So 3 MSTs and the heavy one Infestation Pandemic. This is I sided this against any trap heavy rogue decks. The Heavy Storm. This was for anything in general, really. That sets a lot of back row. Dark Hole. Lots of people have been dropping Dark Hole altogether. I think siding this card is good. Because the problem I think is if I'm mating Dark Hole, I feel I have to play one more Pandemic in my main deck. And that's 2 extra spaces, and I need to cut 2 cards, and I feel that my main deck is pretty much perfect right now, and I don't really want to waste that. So they're both in the side. So if I'm gonna side Dark Hole, I will side in the 3rd Pandemic. And then the 1 Reptilian Vasky. Getting rid of those Dragosack tokens and then popping the Dragosack, and then it's great against Watts too. Getting rid of the Watt Hopper lock, as well as like even Scapegoat tokens. I can just get rid of everything. So yeah, so Vasky's okay. I wouldn't made this in I guess every matchup. He's also an Eradicator target, which is cool. And then my important traps, I play 3 Imperial Iron Wall for the E-Dragons, for the Prophecy, for any deck that would remove. I play 3 Vanity's Emptiness. This is also what I'd play against Dragon. I'd also play this against Windups, Dino Rabbits, anything that specials a lot in general. This is mainly for Dragons and Mermaids. And then 2 Macrocosmos. Mainly because I didn't have a 3rd Macrocosmos, and because I felt that these 2 were the better things to side against the meta. But, yeah. So that was my deck. My June 2013 Evilswarms. Let me know what you guys think. I will probably make some changes as new decks get released and whatnot, but this deck has worked out well, and yeah. Red Nova Dragon, signing out.